Well, I like to kind of put our road performance kind of in two halves, right? The first half of the season, it was very difficult for us. But, in the second half, there were some games that we showed some resolve and went away and won games in different ways. The Salt Lake or the Open Cup final or LA. They weren't, our second half away record was pretty good. So we have confidence that we can go and pull something off in LA or Seattle. We hung in there at LA, obviously, away, and in Seattle we played well for long stretches. So they're both tough games. You go away, it's very, very difficult. But again, I wouldn't count this bunch out.
David?
It's been, the last few games in the playoffs, we've had two so far. Salt Lake, we picked one up in a little bit of a third phase, but, just working at it. And it's a huge part of playoffs. We were good on the defensive end, and Franco coming up into the box has been an adjustment for us that we put him in the mix late in the season. We needed some guys that were fearless in there to go get their heads on something, and he has that mentality. So we used him in the back for most of the year to deal with transition moments because he's such a good defender. But we're now putting him in there, and tonight it was nice for him to get the goal, and I thought he played very well today.
Ben, I got a two-parter for you. Number one, did you think that was a handball on Eric on the goal line?
I haven't seen it. I don't care. But it's, the handball thing is so, I'm not really sure what a handball is anymore. And it was by his side, I'm assuming, and they said it was part of his body. I'm not sure. Probably one of those they could call or not. And we got the benefit of the doubt.
So the referee didn't explain the reasoning on the no.
No, and I didn't ask.
And then, after you guys had scored first in the previous two games and then, conceded an equalizer, just how were you feeling being in that position again?
Not very comfortable. And in particular after some of the moments where we didn't get the second. Corey has a good chance, and we have a couple 3v2s and 2v1s and service. And, each one of those you miss is, doubt creeps in a little bit. We talked about it at halftime, and what type of team do we want to be? Do we want to be a team that gets undisciplined now in the second half and lets teams back in, or do we want to be professionals about this and go about it in the right way? And that means we're seeing the game out in the right ways. And I still think we had some transition. They had some transition moments where we get caught a little bit too cute and too many numbers forward in the second half. But again, you live and die with that, with the way we play and the amount of possession that we've had today.